Good. So we got 2 loads set up, both staying in state. Just seems to be working right now. Just seems to be what's working best for my operation. So we're gonna walk around, checking out my truck, making sure all the lights work, ain't nothing out. It's kind of where we're at, but we're gonna once we get done with this, we're heading out. We're gonna head up to Woodbridge, Virginia. We're picking up a truck that's going to Christiansburg. Any of you guys that know anything about tech, we're going to tech country. So we're going down there. We're gonna drop the one we're picking up in Woodbridge down there, Christiansburg. Then we're gonna slide over to, it's called Vinton, but it's kind of closer to Roanoke. We're picking up there and then we're heading for the beach, well, Virginia Beach, and drop off. You know, it's not paying the best of the world, but it's paying pretty good coin for what it is. And with me being on my short break, works out perfect. So I'm gonna finish this up, I'm getting the truck, I'll meet you guys at Woodbridge. All right, so check it out, a little bit of an update. We got our one on our back that's heading down to Christiansburg. Unfortunately, didn't get a whole lot of footage. Actually, didn't get any footage. Didn't even get a chance to take pictures. Ran into a little bit of a dilemma. I personally, from past experience, am not a big fan of loading and unloading on the side of a major road. So if I have to do it, I'm all about let's get in, get out, get done. And unfortunately, that's what happened. Had to load on the side of the road. I had to put on the vest for safety, which you should definitely have, because you're gonna run into situations like I just did, where you got the load on the side of the road and you gotta have that vest, man. So was it a waste of money? Depends. I like to call it advertisement though. Can't help but look at it. She all green. Oh man, long trip. So we made it to Desputana. Then we're gonna pick up tomorrow morning and head to Chesapeake, Virginia. So y'all didn't get to see me load it because it was dark, but somebody's got a project truck. Fortunately, it's not me though. It'd be nice if it was, but now somebody's got themselves a nice little project truck.
big motor, good tires, bring it down on the ground. Well, probably make somebody happy. I think the new owner is going to be pretty stoked about it. Bonus questions. Let's see if y'all can actually figure out what year this short bed is. I mean, I'll even help you out. We'll go back up to the front. All you four guys probably be able to nail it just by looking at the grill. So tell me down in the comments, tell me what year this truck is. Alright, well, time to get some sleep, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning. Well, top of the morning, still early, still waking up, but we'll make the last little part of the trip today. Get out to Chesapeake. I keep forgetting it. And we'll drop this old girl off, get her to her new home. Then after that, got a tricky one. We got one at a dealership that like caught on fire. So it's gonna be a bit of a hot load. But we gotta pick that up. And it's going to Dumfries, and it's going to a salvage yard. I guess they brought it at an auction. I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much how the day is gonna go. Get my pre-trip done and hit the road. Doesn't have it very often, but that is a bad peak, man. Nice guy too. Like, I got a chance to talk to him for a little bit. It's a clean rig, man. Like, the video don't do it justice. All right, so we got it delivered. We didn't do a lot of footage. You didn't want to encroach on gentleman's, property. But definitely seemed pretty happy. Kids seemed pretty thrilled about it too. So wrapped up that one. Now we'll cut across to the Hyundai dealership. Pick up our barn job and take it on up to Dumfries. So let's see what we're getting into, because this one's supposed to be significantly burned. I'm not even entirely sure how we're gonna load it. Alright, so we got here. It's not really as hateful as I thought it was gonna be. Definitely gonna have to use the winch, because the engine compartment in this bad boy is cooked. So we're gonna hook up the winch like we did with the Dodge, if y'all saw the last video, and winch this up on the trailer, because she's done skis. No more. Long gone. Alright, so let's get her loaded, get her to the salvage yard. Some of y'all may wonder why I'm always pointing out DOT slots. Well, if you're gonna haul salvage for Copart or IAA, you may not have a wheel to throw over the wheel strap on. So you're gonna have to think outside the box. So if there's anything I can pass on to you, it's definitely this. So it's gonna come in handy. So I'm gonna get down, kind of underneath the truck, underneath the car rather. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're all loaded, ready to go. Safety first, don't forget your seatbelt. I'm guilty of it, but I try to remember. One of the things I kind of want to talk about, considering we're hauling our lovely burn job, is so you're probably going to see a lot of car haulers that haul a lot of IAA and Copart, pretty much just wreck stuff. There seems to be a pretty decent market for it, and I mean, hey, I've even done a couple of them. The thing to really think about is, first of all, a lot of guys don't want to do it because they say, "Oh, it's just junk, and it doesn't look good." Don't worry about whether or not if it looks good. Worry about what it's paying. This big thing is when you go to IAA and Copart. My honest opinion, IAA is easier to work with than Copart, and I'm going to tell you why. So IAA, you go in, you have to set up an account. Basically, you fill out their forms, you give them an email to associate with your file, and they issue you it's kind of like an ID number. And every time you go into IAA to pick up a vehicle, you have to give that number to them. And then that pulls up who you are and pretty much everything that you filled out on that form. But otherwise, IAA is pretty chill. You go in, you give your number, you tell them, you either give them the VIN, the stock number, or the buyer number. So once you do that, they get the car pulled up on the file, and they'll say, "Hey, all right, well, we'll bring it right out to you." So it ends up coming out on a big rubber tire loader with forks that are about 25 feet long. And they basically just pick this whole car up and set it right on your trailer. And that's of it. It's you strap her down and you ride. Copart is Copart. And what I'm going to tell you is, I'll deal with Copart. Work with Copart, but I mean, there are some things that I don't like about Copart, especially post-COVID. They have now switched to this app that you have to go on your phone and fill out all your information, what you're there to do. You have to put how many cars you're picking up and their numbers associated with the vehicle. And then you have to wait in this queue, and when your turn pops up, you get this little message that pops up. It's kind of like a text message to say, "Hey, customer service representative is now ready to see you inside." So that's the easy way to do it. There are some Copart locations that will not deal with you unless you make an appointment. And those appointments go pretty quick. And if you don't get your appointment, some of these places you got to get an appointment a day before. So if you're trying to do that like quick pick, like you found a load, go get it 30 minutes later, it may not happen because they may not have an appointment time for you. So it's always cool, or not necessarily cool, but important to find that out if you're doing work that involves you going to pick up Copart. The downfall to picking up either one of them is check and make sure all the charges are paid. Because if all the charges are not paid, guess what? One of two things are going to happen. Either you're going to have to pay for those charges and seek reimbursement from whoever you're hauling a vehicle for, or they're going to have to call in and pay those late charges, storage, whatever you want to call it, before they'll release that car. You're not getting that car if there is money owed on that car. I can guarantee you that. Otherwise, I mean, it's pretty easy. The only thing that sucks is if you get one that will not move on its own. Because what you have to remember is, yeah, they're loading you. And that's going to be cakewalk. But you also got to figure out now how you're going to get that car off your trailer. So if it doesn't run, you need to call your customer and say, hey, this does not run on its own. Do you have a way to offload it? And make sure they tell you how they plan to offload it. Because in their mind, they could think that this little forklift that they've got on job site will do the trick, when in all actuality, it's not going to move that car. So ask them to explain to you how they plan to offload it, because one, you know sometimes better than they do. You may know it's not going to work. And then the second thing is, protect your trailer, because they're going to be unloading that car off your trailer. That's your livelihood. So definitely keep that in mind. Outside of that, rock on. I mean, I've had some good loads that were salvage. And I mean, they're actually kind of gravy, because you really, in some cases, can't tear it up much more than it's already torn up. You know, I'm going to post this video right here. I want you to take a look at this Mustang that I picked up in Richmond and took it all the way up to Ohio, because all they wanted out of it was the motor. Alright, we back on the road again. We just got the last one unloaded just in time to beat the rainstorm. So we finished our little trip up, heading back to the house. So I'd say stay tuned for the next video. I try to do a video every week. So you guys see this, it'll actually probably be about a week late or a week after what I've done. So just stay tuned, like, subscribe, hit the bell. And I mean, if y'all got questions, or you want to know why I did something, or maybe you have a question about something you might have heard about with this industry, then drop it in the comments. I can't guarantee you I know the answer, but I mean, there's a good possibility I might know a little something about something, you know? So y'all take care, God bless, and I'll see y'all on the next one.